sometimes, well, more like a lot of the times, I tell myself that I should be waking up earlier. I should be drinking more water, eating more vegetables, exercising more, spending more time with my kids, not being so angry all the time, starting therapy, meditating, something. And yet here I am, still scrolling through TikTok or Instagram. And then the longer that I sit here, the longer that I put off my goals for 2022, the more I procrastinate and say that I will start tomorrow, the more anxious I feel because I haven't started my goals for 2022 yet. Is anyone in the same boat as me? Any of y'all feel me? It's a vicious cycle. So, what are we gonna do about it? For me, I'm gonna do what I do best and make a video on tips on what to do to help you get out of this funk. And in making this video, I hope that in turn it will also help me. So, win-win. All right, cheers, let's do this. I think a common misconception that people have is that motivation just comes to you, but rather how we should think of it is that motivation is created. You can sit on a social media app such as TikTok and watch these people go to the gym and build a huge dump truck, and you're like, yeah, that is inspiring. I want to do that. You inspire me to go to the gym. But inspiration does not equal motivation. You can be inspired, but until you get your butt up, until you start going to the gym, until you start seeing some sort of change, whether that be how your clothes fit, how you feel, your energy level, your sleep, your bowel movements, until you see some sort of change within your life, you are not going to feel motivated to continue. And so the hardest part is just going, is just starting. I love workout sets because I don't have to pick like a top and a bottom. I just kind of pick a color and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna wear this today. So what do I do on days where I really don't feel like exercising or doing that thing that I need to do? I think to myself, one step at a time. I can get off this chair. I can walk up the stairs. I can pick an outfit. I can turn on the tempo. And then once I start my program, it's very rarely that I will ever stop in the middle of working out. So starting is always going to be the hardest part. Just think of the things that you can do that are manageable and take that next step. If you need to study and you really don't want to study, you think that I can pack up my things. I can go to my study space. I can put on a timer for 10-15 minutes to study this topic. And then after 10-15 minutes, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break. I'm gonna set a timer and then I'm gonna go back to it. Eventually, you are going to get your stuff done, but starting, going, getting to the gym, getting to your study spot, that takes the most effort up here. So break it down into smaller pieces. Your intensity might not always be the same, but the consistency, showing up every single day, is what is going to create that habit to facilitate change. So yeah, finished with my workout. Yes. Have you ever heard of that saying or that quote from Dwight Eisenhower where he said that The things that are urgent are seldomly important, and the things that are important are seldomly urgent. So there's actually a productivity table named after Eisenhower. We call it the Eisenhower box. So on the x-axis, it goes urgent and non-urgent. And then on the y-axis, it is important and not important. So in that first box, you will find that the things that are urgent and important are very few. Say you have to pay your bills on this day. You have to do your taxes on this day. It has a deadline, so you do it immediately. So then in box 2, where things are not urgent but they are still important, things that we don't necessarily spend as much time on is like our own personal health, our exercising, creating relationships with our friends and our peers, trying to strategize your future career or strategizing your own business for the future. All those things are not urgent, but they are important to your own personal growth and development. And so the productivity gods believe that we should spend more time in the box 2. In box 3, things that are urgent but not important, like going through spam email, responding to some things, they say delegate those things. Delegate it to people who you know can do the job. And I think the thing that is hardest for me is the micromanaging part. Like, as long as it gets done, it's going to be fine. Like, allow your kids to clean up or wash the dishes or do whatever that is age appropriate, that is safe. They might not do it the way you want them to, but as long as they get it done, try not to worry so much about it. I'm still working on that part, but delegation. And then in box 4, things that are not urgent and not important, delete it from your life. So yeah. Another tip that I usually tell people is do the things that are most resistance first. Like, if it's the hardest thing for you to work out, then do that first. If you are trying to learn how to meditate and you leave it till the end of the day and you're just like too exhausted, you'll say, I'll do it tomorrow. But then again, tomorrow never comes. So try to do the things that are hardest first, that are most important to you first. As I said, always put yourself first, because no one else is going to care for you like you do and provide for you like you do. And unless your tank is full, you are unable to give yourself to others. All right, I am all clean and I am ready to do whatever else I need to do for the rest of the day now. I only had one thing planned today besides like my whole exercise regimen and walking summer, and that was to put a shelf here. Yes, I know my Christmas tree is still up, but you know, not urgent and not important. So I'm gonna wait for the kids to come home to take that down. But so we wanted to take down this wall right here, and we got a quote. It was for $9,000. $9,000. So I was like, nope. So now we bought IKEA stuff. Stanton. So we got some IKEA shelves, and then we're gonna put this whole thing full of shelves, kind of like, imagine if you are going into like a shopping store, those kind of shelves, and then we're gonna organize the kids' toys into little boxes, separating by each category so that they will actually play with those toys and not make a complete mess. So yeah, that is the goal for today. Lastly, I think it's really hard to Summer every time, dude. Okay, I'll carry you. Come here. Okay. So lastly, I think that it is super hard to figure out where you want to go if you don't know where you've been and you haven't really reflected on this past year. And so I had a Zoom talk with some of my girlfriends from college, and it was really enlightening to see like some of my accomplishments from last year and some of the goals we're setting for next year. And it's cool that we talked about it so we can hold each other accountable. Some of the questions that we answered was, when have you felt proud of yourself in 2021? What were you doing at that time? If you had to teach one thing you learned this year, what would it be? And then lastly, what kept you up at night with excitement? Was it worth it? Would you do more of it? And what are some of your goals for 2022? So if you guys can leave those answers in the comment section, I'd love to have like this community where we can hold each other accountable. For me, when I was most proud is like after I finish working with a patient and we are seeing results, or they just feel like they have somebody that they can depend on and they trust me as a doctor. And when I finish editing a YouTube video, or when a YouTube video does really well, I feel like super proud of myself. And then things that have kept me up at night is just our vacations and seeing my girlfriends and going on trips with them. I always worry about the money, but afterwards I'm just like, oh, it's so worth it to have these memories. And then number 2 is like, I lost weight this year. I've lost 10 pounds and I was able to keep it off. And so I would love to teach people that you do not have to kill yourself and give up everything in your life in order to achieve the look or the life or the health that you want. So I'm going to teach you guys a lot more of that this year. All right? Say bye, Summer. Okay, come on. Let's help Daddy. And we have the finished product. It looks funny right now because we didn't have enough shelves. They actually ran out of those shelves in IKEA, and so we're waiting to restock, but we're hoping to do like at least 2 more layers, and then I can put my plants on there. But see, these are all their toys. This is the organization in Montessori style. So basically they see everything that's in the bin. Everything's really organized, and if they want to play with one thing, then they can grab it, and then once they're done, they have to put everything back and pick out a different toy. So, and then there's some down here too. The reason why we're putting a lot of the stuff down here and not in their room is because the kids play down here all the time. Like, they don't want to be alone in their rooms, and we like spending time with them. Look at this cool hand we got. I'm excited. You can move the fingers and do anything to it. Let's see if I can open this. Hi. Hello. I don't know why I think this is so awesome. All right, thank you everybody for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe, join the family. We try to do at least 1 video a week, so you don't want to miss out. And if you made it this far, give this video a thumbs up. It's free for you and really helps out our channel. I'll see you guys next week. Peace. Yeah.
What does it continue doing our tower?
Yeah.
You're helping me.
Oh, yeah. You're making a wall. You're not making a tower.
Yeah, you're not helping me. No, we're not supposed to make a tower.
Oh, you're making a wall. Okay.
Yeah, we're supposed to make a cool house. A cool warehouse. This is welcome.
Okay, we're gonna make it higher.
Yeah. No, Mom, we're not helping London.
Why not?
Because we need to focus on our house. How do we put a wall here?
Yeah, maybe you put somewhere here to stabilize it.
Yeah. Yeah, yellow.
Ooh.